Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.
All right, there we go. It worked. We're live.
It worked. That's crazy. We're live. We did it.
I think
How
it
are
worked. I can't tell if it's working. Oh, there we go. Smart Digital Payments. I love you. Yo. How goes it? Shout out to Smart Digital Payments.
I love you more, Mike.
How goes the day? Yeah, I know. I'm really sad I didn't get time to really hang out with him during shitcoin. It was like I had to divide my time amongst 1,200 people, and apparently everybody got like less than 60 seconds, which is fucked. So, Mike, hi. If you ever want to hang out with me in Miami, I got a loft now. You can like cuddle with me on my bed, and we can have like real bro time. Miss you.
Very comfy. Very comfy.
Real high. Yeah, the end of the song is like should be the beginning of the song, kind of. Like it feels like the next track will kick in right after that, and it will be like a scene. You ever like listen to a music album and
Is it time for a remix?
Well, not a remix, but I feel like maybe Corey and M Blue, if when this sells out, the theme song will probably be able to get them to do like a second song, and then be able to like airdrop that to people who bought the first one. Actually, let me bring that up really quick here.
Yeah, that song gets stuck in your head for a few days at a time.
So there it is. So here's the $1 NFT of the theme song. If you like the theme song, you can pick it up for only $1. Here's the link to the Atomic right there. And we've sold 5,324 $1 vinyl record. So yeah, the vinyl record. I just wanted it to be considered the vinyl record because I don't know. You know what I mean? There's already like, M Blue and other people doing like music and vinyl record stuff. Yeah. But I figured this is the vinyl record because there's a million of them. And when it sells out, it will be the first music NFT to basically go platinum as an NFT. So this will be the vinyl record. I feel like.
And you planned that, didn't you?
Kind of. Yeah. Well, sort of. I feel like, when this sells out at 1 million NFTs for this song, it like there's no record industry, music industry, they're all going to acknowledge the existence of this. Plus, it's a $1 Uplithium mining battery once sold out. So if you wanted to get involved in Uplithium, get yourself a mining battery, here's a $1 opportunity.
Pretty cool. And shout out to them. They're doing amazing things. Shout out to Corey and Blue, Uplift. And shout out to Yoshi Drops, everybody, in that ecosystem.
Facts,
and
bro.
all my Wax fam out there, Wax gang, love you all. And all my ethers out there, love you too. There's no hate. We're not waximalist like we said yesterday.
Yeah.
But no, there's so many cool things going on. The fact that you can get a miner essentially for $1 is pretty neat.
Yeah, that's why I was like, get 1,000 minimum. So,
I mean, it seems like a good deal to me, but not financial advice. Just saying.
So I actually got this piece of art from a bro in the community. So shout out to Chili B, Breezy Chili made me this like 3D clay animation thing, bro. Like it's just so badass. And this was their first attempt, and they used like my likeness as it. I love it. I think it's cute. And I don't know, somebody make this an NFT for him, or Chili B, make this an NFT and then get like somebody like Sebastian from Blockchain Blunts to help you augment this. And yeah, this just is awesome. I just want to say thank you so much. I woke up and saw this, and it immediately made my shitty day better because I had like awful nightmares all night, tossed and turned, probably woke up like 50 fucking times.
What were you dreaming about?
Dude, just my ex, bro. Like it's been almost forever, bro, like 2 years, and some reason just started having a dream about her, and it was a good, but it was just like, you know what I mean? It was like, fuck, dude, why are you in my head? So I was just like super depressed. I just realized he has the blunt in my cheek. It's not even in my mouth is to the side of the blunt, and it's in my cheek. I just realized. Yeah, you could tell this was the first attempt, but I mean, dude, it's good, bro. It's good.
The Chili Breeze, bro. Change your name to Chili Breeze. Also,
I just wanted to say thank you for that because it meant a lot to wake up and see that. Also, I have some NFTs I'm dropping for charity today. I don't know if you saw that, Nathan.
I did.
I'll drop a link to that in Restream as well.
A friend of ours kind of helped with that. I think it's very, very cool.
Yeah, actually should be seeing David maybe later today. So shout out to David and all the bros that had a hand in this. We had Conda X, the NFT artist from Sparkith. And I actually reached out to them and was like, hey, can we do something? I wanted to, sell some art that they were making. I saw the Post Malone one they did. And I was like, look, man, I want that in my life. Can you do that for me? And we can donate the money to charity. And turned out he has a charity for kids getting involved in art, Sparkith.com. So I actually am donating 100% of these proceeds to Sparkith.com. And you can see, for ages 6 to 18 years old can come in and learn. There's over 1,000 art video lessons. And everybody gets a free 30-day trial. If you buy a 1-year trial, you get one gift free. So it's a limited time offer. Go and check out Sparkith.com. And if you wanted to just give directly and get an NFT, here's some of the music ones. So if you listen, you can't hear it, but the chat can hear it.
I'm just going to pretend to hear it just so everybody can vibe together.
That's the music for the 100 of 100. They're only $30 each. The 10 of 10 are $200, and the other one is 1,000. I would consider these all donations rather than purchases because they are going directly to a charity. It even says so here in the metadata. This NFT directly supports a charity for young artists. I wanted to make sure we have the collaborator here for Sparkith.com. And as you can see, these are sponsored. So CoinFlip.tech actually, they sponsored this by already donating money to sparketh.com. And FIO protocol, FIO, you already know I love FIO.
After the Luke Stokes.
Yeah, man, the Stokes Bros. They actually donated to the Sparketh charity as well, and I used their logo. So we only use the logos of the companies that were willing to donate to the charity. They did not pay me. We didn't just use them. They were somebody who actually donated to the charity directly in order to have this opportunity. And then I reached out to Wax, and they actually agreed to let me use their logo as well. So this actually has a little bit of the Wax logo, a little bit of the coin flip logo. If you zoom, I won't let me zoom in. And it has some of the FIO logo in there as well. Yeah, I tried to zoom in. My computer.
Try harder.
I know. Try harder. As you can see, they each have a badge and a certificate. And yeah, they're available if you wanted to pick something up today and donate to a charity to help kids get into art.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And some of the other stuff that they've done is pretty incredible. You mentioned that Post Malone that we saw. Some of it's amazing. The detail is incredible. It's hard to believe that they're doing that with some just symbols also, if you zoom in very close. It's kind of like a modern day pointillism, I think they call it. I'm busting out some fancy terminology.
I'm going to bring that over. This is what, wait, where is it? Now they have me pinned. They used to have posted. Wait, I got to find
I love it.
Oh,
is this the second opportunity you beat him out of recently? I mean, first Rap Snacks and now this.
Yeah. It's the problem of being a celebrity is you're too busy. I hope that doesn't happen to me, man. Here we go. This is the Post Malone one that I saw, and I was like, bros, can we do something together? This is a beautiful piece of art. And if you zoom in, which you can zoom in on the others, just my computer won't. You can see the detail in which they go into with these logos to help create this image, man. It's just unreal. So yeah, as soon as I saw that, I reached out and wanted to do something for charity, and turned out they are a charity. So it was like a win-win.
Yeah, and that's what you look for in this, because they're everywhere, those win-win-win scenarios. I mean, they're achievable too. It's just you got to be willing to give up some money, and people usually think it's all about money in NFTs. That's the greed that's entered the system. That's why we're over here. And
trust me, people like to reflect that. They think I'm greedy and I keep all of my money and I don't pay anybody nothing. And what? It's
important to bring it up. And I know that you don't like to toot your own horn, but I think it is important to bring up that, if people want to have success in this industry as like a business without being a business, you kind of need to give back, from the start too. You can't just wait to build up and all this stuff. You have to just go for it full throttle.
I know I'm a stranger to a lot of the people that are just coming into learning about me, and they don't know what I do, but I didn't get here by not giving back.
Right.
I don't have anything going for me other than people genuinely just love me. That's it. I'm not a CEO of a Fortune 500 or a developer of whatever. I'm not that guy. I'm just lovable. And if you get to know me, I'm sure you love me too. Strangers are the ones that hate me the most. All right. I wanted to bring this article up though, because
strangers do hate you. I will say that.
they really
I'm just kidding.
Stranger danger is real, bro. This today is June 19th. You know what that means?
It's a very special day. Tell everybody right now.
I got my first blowjob on June 19th, freshman year. No, it's the day in which slavery was abolished. And we've actually have a very interesting NFT project coming out to kind of, bring a light to this. I think only recently has it been considered a federal holiday. The day in which slavery was abolished, and NFTs of hip-hop icons hit near blockchain. Near blockchain is a protocol, so it's the near blockchain to mark Juneteenth. The Universal Hip Hop Museum will put rap's most iconic faces on the blockchain. I feel as if they could have done our bros a little better. I don't know who made the art. It's good. I ain't saying it's bad, but we've seen different qualities throughout the past few years in NFTs. I'm
Mhm.
just curious, who like I read the article. I don't think I even found who did the art or when the art was made. Maybe this is original art from like the 90s.
Yeah.
So it says right here that you can see they have 47 rap legends from Eazy-E to Lil Wayne to honor the 47 years of the hip hop era.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like you mentioned the different various styles of art that we see in the NFT kind of landscape that have been emerging. But
I didn't want to say it, Senor Lupe said it, and I'm just going to repeat it. Monsters of Rap is better. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, guys. Like, I'm looking at the quality of the art, bro, and I'm just like, oof, cash grab. But whatever. I love the message that they're trying to get out. I don't know if this is going to be something that people will consider pandering or cultural appropriation in a sense, because it's a cash grab in that. But I don't know where like that is until it happens. Like we have to like let this run its course. But yeah, you're right. Like if you see their tweet, this is the tweet they put out. Bro, go like I'm just gonna like and retweet this for the sake of it.
Yeah, we just launched the auction. 100 plus legendary hip hop heads.
Yeah, Monsters of Rap though. Monsters,
Yeah.
yes. And whoever did this definitely. This is why you collaborate. This is why you reach out to people. This is why you don't do things on your own, because people are going to do it better. And this just because you didn't want to play with them and work with them. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's immediately was what I thought, and I didn't want to bring that up because the message you're getting out, but the quality of the art and all, just I don't know, man. Is it like Near Protocol? Or are they the ones behind this? I'll give them a follow so I can stalk what they're up to.
Yeah, I'm still looking to see if I can find the name of the artist that created it. I mean, unless it was actually Leroy Davis himself, or Andre Leroy Davis, rather, himself. I don't think so, though. I mean, he's just the co-founder of Source. I'm not sure he'd be the artist in this case.
Right.
It says excited about collaboration with Ed Young. Maybe that's who the artist is.
Yeah, I really hate to talk shit on art. Like, it's not me to say what is good or isn't good. I'm just saying it's not high resolution, right? Like,
right.
I that's all. Like, when you're saying like the legends and you're debuting this as something to mark such a historical event in a way that is very permanent on the fucking blockchain, you would think they would put a little bit more fucking effort into or quality into it. But again, I don't know. This could be original art. It could be done by, kids that were fans. That's why I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's definitely not as high resolution as I would have expected it. That's all.
Yeah, and it would be cool to if they could do like some Source magazine covers from over the years that were attached to these names.
Or just pictures of them, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen this done before with celebrities like Kurt Cobain, where a photographer had, the negatives of images that were never developed. So never before seen photos of Kurt Cobain were used as NFTs. Everybody can see them because they're on the blockchain, but only a few can own them because of scarcity. So I figured that's probably, the route they could have went with this, or some of those iconic images that were never released to the public that could have been tokenized. But again, this is just the beginning, and it could be a near cash grab like we've seen happen with Snoop Dogg and Crypto.com. I don't hold Snoop Dogg accountable for how fucking catastrophically awful that scam of an NFT release was on Crypto.com. I hold Crypto.com responsible for being a scam since day one. I've never fucking liked Crypto.com. It's a goddamn trash company. And they did a trash release with Snoop Dogg. And this is Near. So maybe it's Near's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna pass the puck of blame that way. But again, they are, highlighting Juneteenth. We haven't seen much of this holiday be celebrated in any side of the mainstream, and to see it being sort of immortalized in that sense with blockchain, I do like that we're seeing history be minted and history being documented on the blockchain, whether it is with art, with words, or however with shitcoins. history is coming to the blockchain right now, and it's happening with hip hop heads near protocol and Juneteenth 2021. What are your thoughts, community? Will you be buying one of these? I don't even know what the fuck near is. I'm not
sure. I guess it's on ETH. I mean, there's
everything's on ETH, bro. Everything's on fucking ETH, right?
Yeah, I suppose. And I guess one thing I'd like to see in the mainstream is some more acknowledgement in a dignified way of this holiday. I know it's in some ways like new to some people, but I mean, this is a very
I found it. The NFT portraits are created by hip hop illustrator Andre Leroy Davis is what it seems to be, but best known for his Last Word series featured in The Source. I'm going to be clicking on. Oh, yep. Let's mute that before I get in trouble. This guy, I don't know who Andre Leroy Davis is, so I'm a piece of shit. I'm an awful human being. I'm sorry, Andre.
How dare you, bro?
Davis, bro. Mr. Davis. Can I call you that?
Mister.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I found who made the art. I'm just trying to find his Twitter. There we go. And he has 392 followers since 2010.
Okay.
Right. Okay, whatever. Maybe he's not a Twitterer. I'm gonna retweet his thing because auction alert now 12 noon. The auction is live for the NFT.hiphop. So I believe that would probably get you there. If that's like a short.
How many followers do you think that you could get him in one day?
I don't know. Let's see.
You should just give away some NFT and just be like, follow this dude. He's an artist and he deserves it. And just kind of see what happens.
I just say go follow now, and I did it. So we found the artist. We found that. I don't know dude, I don't know. Like, you think that you would have immortalized these people in a better light? Like, I'm just looking at like their faces, and it's just like they look as mad as they should be looking at this.
My only thing is that I think in situations like this, you should categorize it as Andre Leroy Davis's collection.
Katoshi, the syndicate, said they knew it was the artist from The Source. He is a GOAT, Source magazine. But they said I can still do more detailed spray paint work, but no diss. That's what I'm saying. No diss. No diss. I'm not going to say it's not. It's good. It is good. It's fine. It's what it is. I'm just saying when you're trying to immortalize, like it's like getting a tattoo. Would you get this fucking tattooed on your body? Because that's forever. Would you put this on the blockchain? Because it's forever. That's all I'm saying.
There's some interesting things that have made their way to the blockchain.
You know this as much as anybody else because you're a fucking artist, and eventually you'll get to this spot too, where it's like you could just like dip your dick in paint, mollywop a canvas, and it's called high-end art because your name is associated with what happened. So yeah, maybe the guy from The Source, right, Mr. Davis or whatever, like his name is so good now. He just fucking mollywops a fucking painting of Mos Def and says, "Here you go, sell that."
Sell that.
I'm just saying, like, kind of what it feels like when artists get famous. They try hard. They try less. They just give less. Like even Picasso started there. Like Nike swoosh. Yeah, give me millions.
That was a perfect line, dude. Don't even start. That line. Whoosh, that was a horse, and it was perfect. All right. Sold for a lot of millions of dollars.
Is that his version of the Jay-Z one take?
Everything becomes this. Like, how little can I do and how much can I get out of it? Like, what's the least I can do for the most? And that's one thing I don't like about certain things that have made their way into the mainstream. I think it would be cool to see collaboration with the actual person's name that you're kind of piggybacking off of. That's the only thing. Because a lot of these people spend years and years and years kind of building up their
I bet one of their nieces or nephews or painters or an artist. Like, yeah, exactly. Involve their families.
Yeah, get people actually involved because you're using something that they built up to get recognition. So a direct collaboration is always nice, I think, in those scenarios. But I'm somebody that's been a part of a project that was doing like.
And then why use Near though? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah,
bro, I'm sure Rarible would have paid them in Rary because they print their own shitcoin like it's candy and they give it away to every celebrity to do a bathwater NFT. But
you can't claim it. It's expensive to claim the token.
Why Near though? Like, that's another thing. It's like all of it just to me is like, yeah, I like it, but it also feels like there's something nefarious. Like, it just feels wrong. It's like, I feel like they're hiding behind Juneteenth. That's what it feels like. Like, I can't talk shit on it because they're hiding behind something that will just get me in trouble.
Yeah, don't get yourself in trouble. I know you get worked up, my friend. I think that brings us to one thing is kind of.
Oh, where'd that other story go? I did one
articles every day of kind of this NFT bubble and losing value.
Is that a landline?
I think so. Holy shit.
Ooh, dude, the 90s are calling. They want their ringtone back.
Yeah, the 90s called, and it's Jay-Z suing Damon Dash to stop the NFT sale of the debut album Reasonable Doubt, actually.
Article is up on display for the viewers now. They can see both of these gangsters just staring each other down as the lawsuits stack.
Well, it's interesting because, like you said, I mean, this bubble is bursting, right? And there's no value in NFTs, but friends are willing to sue friends over this stuff. I mean, it must be pretty valuable to them. They understand money and they understand IP. So if it's valueless, why would they be willing to ruin a perfectly good relationship, or at least a working relationship?
Right.
But there's always been issues, obviously. I mean, if we know the history here.
Yeah, they don't gang beef anymore, bro. Like they don't Jay-Z isn't busting caps anymore. He's sending out subpoenas. Cease and desist. He's not shooting, he's suing.
Yeah, dude. He wants to see he's creating reasonable doubt in the eyes of jurors instead of pumping the album Reasonable Doubt.
His next album is gonna be like, gangster. He's gonna be like, yo, something. I'll fucking sue you. You will wish you were dead because I'm gonna fucking sue you.
He's I think that when you're one of the greatest rappers of all time, and we're entering this era of like everybody trying to steal your stuff because of NFTs, we see this gold rush. Like, he's probably gonna get to be known as a very sue happy person, and it's probably not his fault. Like, he's gonna have no choice because people are gonna be using his image left and right.
Here's another new name.
A lot of these people are going to look bad because of NFTs.
Super Farm Foundation. They were the ones that were convincing Dash to auction this off. I don't know. Dude, there's so many of these pop-up platforms.
Super Farm.
I'm already following them. Interesting.
Yeah, Super Farm is owned by some pretty reputable people, but I forget.
Oh, Elio Trades. I do know Super Farm. That's right. I was like, I know this name now. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Super Farm. We've had somebody on that talked about this too. It wasn't Elio though.
No.
Who was that? Oh, it's gonna bother me. But yeah, we definitely had somebody that brought this up from another company. Actually, brought up this project. So actually,
I might own a little bit of some Super Farm token. I think. I don't know. Is that out? Let me see if I have that. Let me see, because I remember somebody talking about that. It's on my phone, that wallet.
Apps for the crypto community. Cool. Super Starter Imposters, an online multiplayer. So what? Dude, they got some cool shit coming, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, these were the ones that were convincing Dash, I guess, to do this. I mean, I'm sure they didn't know that he didn't have like the full rights. I was reading into the article, and it seems right here you can see that Jay-Z, Dash, and Kareem, the co-founders of Rockefeller, own 1/3 each. So there's three of them. I'm pretty sure they probably own 33 1/3 of the Reasonable Doubt album. And one of the 2/3 thought that they could just NFT this and it would be fine. Nobody would even notice. Somebody did notice though, because they already minted the fucking NFT.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude, they found.
You can't just do that, Ken? You're saying I can't just take anything?
Well, I mean, you have like if you own a third of it, I mean,
it's just a third though. I feel like I don't know. This is my point. There's so many things that have to be kind of clarified in this industry. There's been no clear precedents set down from kind of like the top down. And there's going to be some pretty big legal battles, I think, that are probably going to decide the future of this industry in a lot of ways, the NFT industry.
Yeah, well, NFTs are so new. It's going to be, this is going to be one of those precedented cases in court.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, we don't think it's that big of a deal, but we might reference this verdict for years.
Oh yeah, no, this is like as real as it can get. Like, all jokes aside, this will be the case, or one of the first cases for NFT legality and repercussions of breaking laws that don't even exist yet. They're going to be writing the laws as they, as you break them, as they find things to take from you, though they're going to write them up and just make it up as they go. And this is how it starts right here. The lawsuit concludes that Dash can't sell what he doesn't own. By attempting such a sale, Dash has, basically he's fucked. He hasn't sold it yet, but I mean, yeah, it's already been minted. It looks like it was already ready to go. It was supposed to drop, I think, on the 23rd, maybe.
Yeah. And I guess it says here that he's frantically searching for a new place to host this, but obviously you can't because it's been kind of.
Yeah, Super Farm said bye, Felicia. They canceled that, and Dash has refused to stop his efforts to sell. So, hey Dash, if you need help, I will gladly help you mint this on Wax right now.
Oh man, don't do that.
It'll take me 5 minutes. I'll do it for free. You don't need Super Farm. You don't need anybody in the middle, and you can do it yourself from your own wallet with your own keyboard and mouse, and you can keep all the money. You don't need Super Farm's help. You don't need Rarible. You don't need anybody's. You can do it on your own, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna joke that Rarible would probably verify.
Oh, Rarible will do it overnight. Like, today, tomorrow, it already be happening. Yeah.
Like, who cares? We have IP issues all over the place. Nobody cares, bro. They verify projects left and right that are totally illegal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna help Damon Dash break the law because fuck the law. Pretty much. I can't tell you how many of these Jay-Z albums I illegally downloaded. I'm positive I downloaded Reasonable Doubt illegally in 1996. Yeah, that was on like LimeWire.
Yeah, you probably stole this album.
Yeah, so I'm gonna steal it again, put it as an NFT. Fuck it, Damon, hit me up, bro. Let's do it.
Why don't you just mint it now on Wax? I'm just kidding. Don't risk it.
I'm not going to do it, but you already know there's going to be so many people, and that's the funny part of this is the community. How many people are going to do this randomly? Exactly, just to be funny, just to be trolls. Like that's where this comes from. You want to really Jay-Z is going to get the law involved? Why don't you just like have your people call his people and tell them they're going to fuck him up if he doesn't chill? Like,
hey, you're gonna snitch?
Go back to bro, you're gonna snitch. Did he have a song? Didn't he have a shirt? Stop snitching. Wasn't that like his campaign?
I don't know, dude. I know these are just straight threats, pimp. That's all I can say.
These old gangsters get corny in old age, bro. It's like they get their walkers out and they leave their guns at home.
Yeah, it's weird how happy they get so quickly.
Dude, so fucking rich, bro. So fucking rich.
But Damon Dash couldn't just make a deal with Kareem or Jay.
I don't feel like he even has to. He owns a third of it. That they can do it too. Why not?
But all you need is like you need just 2 of the 3 because then you have 66.6.
Yeah, you have a majority vote.
Damn.
I don't even feel like he should have to. This is why I think they should take it to the court, and hopefully we could have the law reevaluate what, doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't matter. You know, you own a third, I own a third, whoever else owns a third. We could all mint the NFTs ourselves and sell them ourselves. You know, fucking back when I was doing like porn and shit with the cam stuff, like whenever you did a video with somebody, you would have a copy, they would have a copy, and you would both sell that from your own store to your own customers. You would just agree on the price, you know, like, hey, I want to sell this, you know, fucking blowjob video for $20. Okay, I'll sell for $20 too, but it's 2 different stores. So I could see these 3 different people selling the same thing at the same price on 3 different blockchains. You can use Near, you use Cardano, I'll use Wax. Why not?
Yeah. I think Jay-Z is like already involved in Ethereum in some way too.
To own something like that, I don't know, it just doesn't, it's not enforceable. Like I said, hundreds of people, thousands of people are going to counterfeit this. They're going to do it now. They're incentivized and motivated. And now trolling encouraged it too. Wow, I can troll Jay-Z by minting it. Like, yes, everyone's going to do this. It's almost like LimeWire all over again. It's Napster all over again.
This kind of like Lars Ulrich Napster moment, or are we still yet to see like some big...
No, this I think is it. This I think is that moment for music on the blockchain. I don't think it matters who owns it. Huh?
Like how Metallica became enemy number 1 for a minute. You think
yeah, that's exactly how I see this. Yeah, you're definitely tying those stories together, bro. Jay-Z is the Metallica of the NFT music adoption wave.
Yeah,
it's not going to work out very well for him. Same way it didn't work out very well for Metallica. They were on the top. They were the top of rock and roll, and they fell drastically overnight because they wanted to be dickheads about the future of music. This could be Jay-Z's downfall, bro. I don't care how much money you have. People decide to stop supporting you. That's it. Your money train just stopped.
Do we see a future where these artists are going to have to just give their wallet address publicly, and you're just going to have to kind of enter it into a smart contract and give them like a specified cut? Like Jay-Z's like, hey, you can use my image. It's 15% of all sales. Send it to this address.
No, he'll have to make his own marketplace. And if I sell that on his market the same way like your art that I sold on my marketplace, that's where you get your cuts. But if you're going to do it on your own marketplace and make art of me, I'm not going to demand a cut of your art that you sold on your market of me. Just because it looks like me, entitles me to the value of it? No, not at all. And no to every celebrity. Like, just no. And that's the thing is like, maybe they only own a third, but that's still more than nothing. So, yeah, do what you want with it, right? I'm betting you that this was not in that contract that he signed. Nowhere in that contract of ownership does it state what you can and cannot do with non-fungible token assets with that data. It doesn't matter because that stipulation doesn't exist.
That makes me think that if I'm following the money then, and I have that in mind, maybe Jay-Z's working on his own marketplace as we speak, and this comes out. And he's like, well, we can't have this.
It would be smart if that's what he's doing now, after the fact, too. If he wasn't, he needs to start his own NFT marketplace, fork a blockchain like, you know, Wax or Cardano or Binance. Fork that shit, call it your own, and do everything on your own. If you want it to be yours, then do it yourself and make it yours. But if...
Well, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it here. And just tell everybody Jay-Z's creating a marketplace on Ethereum, and this was kind of like going to disrupt that plan because he's going to launch all his own old albums out of it. And you know, we're going to probably hear this announcement soon. It's interesting they were just paying attention to this space at the right place, at the right time, right when that happened.
That's funny. I was talking to David about this yesterday. Is that maybe who you were talking to about something like this?
No, actually.
That's funny. I was just talking to David about like
somebody different.
This topic.
You get the center of all these things.
I found out that you know, after 7 years, you can re-record your masters and redistribute without having to pay any ownership or any commissions to ownership of your contracts. So if musicians realize like, hey, they can remaster their greatest hits and they own the remaster completely, then they can redistribute them as NFTs. there's a lot of musicians out there that have hits over 7 years that they have yet to remaster. And the only reason they haven't remastered is because they're only going to get 1% of all the proceeds, because 99% goes to everybody but the artist, right? So why would they remaster something when it's not going to make them anything over the amount of work they'll put in? Now they could remaster a song, release it as an NFT, and own 100% of that.
So if I already own the master as a record label, I would get ahead of that and try to actually make a reasonable deal for once, because I already have it. It would be easier if we just cut a good agreement finally, right?
Reasonable deal coming from the music industry. Yeah.
Interesting. It opens that door for just like, for people to go, all right, it's easier this way. Just do it. You give me my cut.
When they have no choice, it looks like they're going to do you a solid, right? It's like, oh, they're going to do you a favor. They have no fucking choice, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's my thing. I think it's a checkmate for the music industry, but in a good way for the artist, because they go, look, this is just easier if we do it. You take 50%, we take 50%, call it a day.
Yep.
And then everybody wins finally.
This segues into an interesting conversation as well, because after all of the efforts we've seen come in from the mainstream, you know, Fox, $100 million investments, NASA and everything getting, or not, Space Force getting involved. And now we have, you know, celebrities suing celebrities and friends becoming frenemies over, like, you know, it's just crazy. But never fear, because 90% of these NFTs will be worthless in 3 to 5 years. Coinbase founder warns. They don't even fucking use his name, bro. Like, that's...
And Brian Armstrong is his name?
Co-founder. Who knows? Who knows?
Could have been the other guy.
Could have been the other guy. Exactly.
The other guy, that's a job I won't get in the future, I guess. The other guy's going to hate me now. We're not even going to know his name. Like, that guy hates me. Like, he is the other guy, right?
I don't know.
That's how this goes.
Joseph Lubin, though, belongs in prison. That's just my opinion. That dude should be in jail. I don't want many people to be in prison, but I wouldn't mind writing letters to Joseph Lubin, just, you know, ha ha ha, and that's it. Maybe once a week.
You just write, ha ha, you're in jail, and that's it?
Yeah, I fucking hate Joseph Lubin, bro. People like him are the reasons why Bitcoin is just becoming the banking 2.0. The same exact fucking scandals and problems with better technology. I'm talking about the whole Bitcoin Cash fork and the inside investigation of the insider trading, and they came up with that. Yeah, he should be in prison. Anyway, I'm over it. Non-fungible tokens will have zero value in 3 to 5. So just saying 90% going to zero.
Damn it.
You know, if you look back far enough, you know, any piece of art over, you know, a couple years old, 90% of it went to zero, right? I mean, if you look at, like, the Renaissance, if you look at, like, you know, the Monet and the Picasso, you know, those are 90% of that art is, all of it is priceless, you fucking schmucks. Yeah, so all of our art from our history with enough time in front of it is fucking priceless. You know, obviously I think they gave the Mona Lisa like a $60 billion evaluation or something, but bro, it's priceless. And that's how I feel like a lot of these NFTs, 90% of NFTs will be worthless in 3 to 5 years. Yeah, fine. Maybe add a zero to this, 30 to 50 years, they'll be priceless. They'll be artifacts. Like, this is part of our history in an entire evolutionary state of society. Like, these will not be worth nothing. Like I mentioned many times on this show, if you find a fucking teacup in the desert in Egypt that is thousands of years old, it's worth billions because it's old. It's a fucking teacup. What utility does it have? What artist? Nothing. It's because it has historical preservation. And these NFTs are historical preservation on the blockchain. They will have inherent priceless value in the future. Every single NFT that's being created within the next 3 to 5 years will be considered like the grassroots of this historical branch off the timeline. This will, all of it, doesn't matter if it's a fucking dick pic on the blockchain or a crypto punk, it will be priceless in 30 to 50 years, 300 to 500 years, 5,000 years from now. This is what we have to consider. Humans, especially journalists, have really small, like, time mindsets. Like everything to a journalist happens in like, you know, the hour. And you can see that their mentality is like a goldfish. But it just blows my mind to see articles written like this from people that have started businesses who heard similar things. So like to have the co-founder of Coinbase, and it looks like it was Brian Armstrong, that fucking... I said Joseph. Did I say Brian Armstrong or Joseph?
Convex shaved armpit.
Whatever. I'm so fucking high right now.
I know.
But yeah, Brian, I mean, he's heard this before. You know what I mean? From Coinbase. People that wanted to invest in Coinbase said, Coinbase, you just replace NFTs with Coinbase. And Coinbase, 90% of Coinbase will be worthless. And they've heard this.
Yeah, so but the irony is he's been arguing that Bitcoin wouldn't go to zero for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not just irony, bro. It's like kind of
sacrilege.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it goes against almost everything they're profiting from.
Sin? Like he's in crypto
multiple times.
Blasphemy in some ways.
Yeah. What's his name? Brian Armstrong. Yeah, that dude should be in prison, right? That's
Brian Armpit.
Brian Armpit. This guy. He looks like Lex Luthor too, bro.
I know. I mean, I hate to be this guy, but he's a little Lex Luthor-y, for sure.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. But, you know once Coinbase starts selling NFTs, his tune will change. They just don't profit from this directly, so of course they're not going to like talk about it.
So when Twerky Coinbase NFT?
That's what's going to happen. Twerky coin on Coinbase. But yeah,
you should build your IRA off of this twerking frog's ass cheeks.
It just bothers me when I see people, once they get into a position of power, use that position of power to hold back other people on their way to a position like that. You know, it's like Coinbase fought for like a decade or whatever to get to a position of like being taken serious after being doubted, and now they're going to do the same thing to another industry that's starting because it's not something they understand. It's just, to me, it's like, yeah, that's like the worst offense you could make as a human, is to be in a position to help or hurt after you've been in a position that you've needed some help or you could have been hurt. You got your help and now you're choosing to hurt instead of help. Like, that's all. That Lex Luthor ass motherfucker, you're right. Dude looks evil, bro.
Yeah, looks are not deceiving in this case, I suppose. I think that's the thing. I mean, you can't stop people from getting what they want, too. And it's a little bit Warren Buffett-y because he's saying, like, you know, I don't understand it, therefore I don't think it has value.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not for me. I'm not into it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's not my bag, so it must be a scam. Like,
yeah, just quit souring the market, though. I mean, it's not like, but I don't think a lot of
people... You don't have to say anything. That's the thing. Like, just I have no opinion. That's all. Just say no opinion, and just shut the fuck up. You don't have to be a dick.
Yeah. A lot of people preach that Austrian school of value, too, that Austrian thinking and economics that, like, you know, value is subjective. It's decided by, you know, society and community, blah, blah, blah. And like, they all have preached this stuff in the past, and they forget that, like, the collector community is the one propping this up behind the scenes. It's like, that money is not going to stop flowing because those people have been collecting when they were physical items, and they've just discovered this new thing. Like, they're not going to just stop.
I posted a link to.
We're just getting started. In a lot
You're right.
Ways.
No, we are, and that's where I'm getting this next article to show. Like, this is, you know, to me, pretty evident that things aren't coming to any slowdowns anytime soon. Things are quite literally just getting started. Yeah. We have how scientists are embracing NFTs. Now, this article is pretty freaking beefy. I posted a link to it in the comments if anybody wants to go ahead and read this themselves. Basically, they're covering how they're, you know, selling data as NFTs, you know, a lot of genome research, things like that. Saw somebody here with a Nobel Prize in cancer research. Shout out to James Allison.
Shout out. Yeah. But I don't like, we mentioned something before this, you know, it does say, it's interesting, from cat memes and music tracks to all manner of digital art, the bizarre, often quirky market for non-fungible tokens is booming. It's interesting, it's booming if you ask scientists, but not if you ask
Brian Armstrong.
People in the media. So are scientists or people in the media dumber? I don't know. I guess I'm going to listen to the scientists here because they decided that NFTs are a good thing. But yeah, the $50,000 James Allison NFT. We have this Beeple above in the picture that sold for $69.3 million.
Yeah, I don't know how that established value over that. Like, you know what I mean? What is value if cancer research doesn't acquire funding in the same or more as a fucking collage by an artist like Beeple? Like, yeah, right. Great, good job, bro. It's a cool collage, but really, bro, a fucking Nobel Prize winning cancer researcher couldn't even get more than $50,000. Dude, humanity's fucked.
We might have a problem here. Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, this is where we get, Viagra funding and not, cancer funding. You know what I mean? Like, we got treatments for baldness, but, fill in the blank, dude. It's insane.
Yeah. And it's also interesting. I mean, this guy, Tim Berners-Lee, he supposedly created the internet, although I thought Al Gore did that. Man, we only know his name because of NFTs right now, too, and that's sort of a travesty as well. Have we all just been miseducated?
No, just uneducated, bro, or undereducated. You're right, and I'm actually, I've mentioned this before on the show, like the fact that I don't know the names of people who created things that created things that created things. Like, yeah, Tim Berners-Lee is now a household name because of non-fungible tokens. So if it wasn't for NFTs, Tim Berners-Lee may not have even been a name uttered in our in society like it is today. So
yeah, and Tim is an NFT, and everybody watching and listening is an NFT as well. Just know that.
So I wanted to scroll down. This looks like this is the NFT, an animated visualization of the source code, and it's signed by Tim as well. So that was the NFT that we were just talking about, and I love that he did the signature. Boom, 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 boom. That is, I have a photo of me with Andreas Antonopoulos, and he signed it with my stylus on the screen, so it's like actually signed.
That's nice.
Yeah, I saw all this coming years in advance. Even Andreas Antonopoulos was like, dude, nobody's ever asked me to sign a digital photo. And I was like, yeah, bro, well, I'm pretty fucking forward thinking, son.
Yeah, and that's when you taught him about NFTs.
He already knew.
Yeah, he knew.
He was writing his book on Ethereum at the time, bro.
It's funny.
Yeah, we hear the police.
He was Satoshi.
Sorry about the background noise. I got to keep the window open.
It's Miami, People, Miami stuff happens.
So they do touch on the NFT bubble in this article. They do touch on the genome gold rush, and they wrap things up with ethical issues with, the whole, environmental debate around NFTs and how they're stored and used. And if you look at these like data farms that are out there being run that are centralized, it's almost like burning the environment for nothing when there's a glitch. You know what I mean? Like, but if it's on a distributed ledger like the blockchain, at least those carbon, footprints that you're putting in the universe are permanent in the sense of, if something were to glitch out, at least there's a mutable backup of it on another server somewhere. And we've seen what happens with, server hacks and leaks and just servers down and all this thing. Like, a lot of data can get lost. History can be lost, not just in like, crusades going around the country, around the world, burning history that doesn't go along with their religious, beliefs, but accidents, acts of God could, wipe out servers and take out data that can never really be retrieved. And when we have this distributed blockchain, at least that carbon footprint is worth it. Otherwise, like when something goes wrong, you have to think of all that resource that you've wasted for what? Yeah,
it's just gone in vain.
Yeah. This makes it very permanently worth it, no matter what the cost.
Up, dude. We were walking around Philly that night, and like we saw all the banks with their lights on when nobody was working.
2 a.m. every light on in the bank, bro.
Everything, and there was even a homeless guy sleeping in like that lobby by that ATM. I mean, it's just kind of like an interesting symbol for for that industry in the first place. Not to mention the amount of plastic used in making credit cards and sending those around, the amount of paper that they use just telling people their balances or just informing them of weird, oh, you can get this APR or that APR, just weird shit. There's so much waste. All the people driving to and from those jobs, I mean, that creates a lot of pollution as well. There's a lot of consumable things in that process that people aren't really citing when they're talking about like blockchain is bad versus the traditional banking industry.
You can't even measure how much energy goes into a single dollar for one single transaction. It's just unmeasurable amounts of waste for every dollar bill in your pocket, and for every time you hand that to somebody. You can't.
Well, it's a loop of waste, man. You've got an employee, essentially.
It's a black hole of waste. That's what fiat is.
Yeah, so you have an employee that works at the bank that's using disposable goods all day, that uses fuel, burns fuel to get to the bank, to send out paper to then leave the lights on, use more fuel, get home, waste more stuff when they're making dinner. Like it's a loop. And I know like we can replace all that with automation. And kind of like that's this dirty thing, right? Like we're going to remove the jobs and give it to automation. But there's so much waste that we don't cite when we're talking about like, oh, blockchain is bad for the environment. Traditional banking is horrible for the environment. Like it's just very obvious, very, very obvious.
Yeah, the problem is you can't put a number on it. You can't just point at it and measure it because it's not open source. And with crypto, it's kind of like, they wear that information on its sleeve. It's kind of vulnerable to those, kind of attacks of opinion. It's like, oh, you did this too much. And it's like, yeah, but at least, you can measure it. And that can be kind of taken into consideration of the value of it. What is this cost that it is, taking, not just financially, but, from the planet? What is that cost? And now it could be evaluated into the value of Bitcoin or crypto in general. We know, hey, if this is the carbon cost for mining Bitcoin this year, the value of Bitcoin will probably have that taken into consideration because it has that information, but the dollar does not.
Yeah, there's no adjusting the dollar. The dollar is actually just only being adjusted on the one side. It's just being kind of like manipulated in a bad way, not a good way. At least with cryptocurrencies, you can do positive manipulation.
Yeah, exactly. You can game theory.
That's the thing. It's not really possible in the traditional economy.
I wanted to bring up another story to kind of like brighten things up because this is all blah and I hate it.
Brighten it, man. Just be positive.
Check this the fuck out. Mattel announces Hot Wheel digital collectibles joining NFT art boom. But don't remember, 3 to 5 years from now, 90% of these won't have any value because some bald guy at Coinbase said so. That fucking dildo looks like a fucking thumb. Anyway, Mattel is planning to take advantage of the latest crypto craze by announcing its first digital art pieces featuring its Hot Wheels vehicles. These three right here. And I remember being a kid and this like one with like the weird engine and shit. Like I don't even know, like the hot rod looking one. I always liked playing with these ones. Like they were they looked like ones out of wacky races from cartoons and shit.
Yeah. The futuristic bubbly one is okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay, but even in like the year 3000, I'd rather fucking drive something that looks like that.
Same. Yeah, it's got a skull on the front. It's very aggressive, but I like it.
Dude, the engine itself is so intimidating looking. It's just like, roar. It looks like a dog showing its teeth.
Yeah, and that green one's just a ripoff of a Corvette Stingray. So that's not... Talk about IP issues.
Talk about IP issues. I'm sure Hot Wheels, Mattel had to deal with that in their lifetime.
They gave him a few stacks. It's all good.
So these are the three vehicles down here: the Twin Mill, Bone Shaker, and
the Diora 2.
Diora 2.
We discussed this before the show, actually.
Bad
so you have the Twin Mill, the Bone Shaker Shakur, and then the Diora 2. Yeah, man.
Yeah. It'll be a week-long auction. It's going to be on Ethereum. I don't know if they understand that how much the gas fees are for putting in a bid on Ethereum have become recently, but that's what their plans are. They're actually also going to release other IP from their toy brands. I'm not 100% sure what the fuck Mattel owns. Does anybody have a favorite Mattel product that they're looking forward to see come out in NFTs? Now, here's my gripe I have with this. I believe these are going to be one of ones.
Okay.
Why aren't they doing something on Wax like Street Fighter or something where there's like a game mechanic? And I don't understand why everything has to be high-end art. Like, you're fucking Mattel. These are fucking Hot Wheels. You are not Picasso. This is not Mona Lisa. Why does everything feel that it is entitled and deserving of being in this like museum stature quality of like life is an NFT just because, oh, we're Mattel, we have blah blah blah, we're Hot Wheels, we have, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It blows my mind that everything has to be this mint one of one high end piece of art that's like just for the elite to keep being elite, when the Hot Wheels toys at like your local grocery store are 50 cents each or something in like the discount bin. You know, they should be selling discount bin NFT Hot Wheels and stay in their fucking lane.
Yeah. Ethereum like Bitcoin for young people? In some ways, like it's that kind of like it's developing into this sort of walled garden, but it's like a little bit newer and it's not like the grandpa of crypto, you know? It's kind of interesting. I think there's some like growing pains in this industry, and NFTs are like just the easy thing to attack right now. So everybody's kind of like they don't know what to do, you know.
And the quote that they have here, connecting to culture is core to Mattel's DNA. What culture are you? You know what I mean? Like, what fucking 5-year-old is going to be able to play with their Hot Wheels Ethereum NFT auction? Probably going to be in the hundreds. Tens of thousands. Doesn't matter. It sure as fuck won't be 50 cents. What culture? Cool. What culture are they talking about here?
If you could do like a blendable and burnable thing with this on Wax, I think that would be real interesting. Creating new things out of old things, basically.
You know what? It makes sense now. This dude's name is Richard Dixon. His name's Dick Dixon. He has Dick in his name twice, so he has to be a dick.
Dick.
The dick. Dick. Richard Dixon. So, I don't know. This dude is definitely missing the ball here. I think the culture he's trying to hit is his investors. What?
He said he's missing a ball.
Oh, wow. With a name like that, you got to be careful, I guess, with sentences that follow. But yeah, dude, he missed the mark over here when he's talking about connecting the culture with NFTs and going in this direction. Talk about completely just off course.
Yeah. He needs to get his stream settled. He needs to kind of...
I think this will humble them. I'm hoping that nobody buys this shit. It will humble.
I want micro machines. I want micro machines on Wax.
I want micro machines on Wax with microtransactions that are affordable, with interactions that I can like. I bet, dude, Dutchie has more gamification than these Hot Wheels NFTs, and Hot Wheels are literally toys. You're literally toys, and I can't play with my NFT.
Yeah, and it's cool because Dutchie's got the AR out.
So. I'm going to call Hot Wheels a scam on this one, considering you're a toy brand. Saying it right here. Toy brands, and your NFTs are not fucking toys.
Why is your NFT not an AR car that I can drop into my photo and kind of lean on? I mean, that's the kind of thing.
Why can't I get an AR track for my AR Hot Wheels and have the NFTs unlock the AR abilities, which Dutchie provides? And this is why Dutchie will be president.
Dutchie for president! I'm pretty sure Monday, it looks like, we'll be talking some Dutchie.
All right, good shit.
Ugh.
Yeah, Katoshi Syndicate, reach out to Micro Machines. Tell them that we're going to help them become the Hot Wheels of NFTs.
Do it, Katoshi. And they gave away a fake Lamborghini. Or they fake gave away a fake Lamborghini.
Fake gave away a fake Lamborghini.
I think that's the one it was.
Talking about fake
thing.
shit, bro. Like
Do it.
fake on fake on fake. How
Do
about fake clothes? What are your
I love
thoughts?
fake clothes. I like the metaverse, and I like clothing in the metaverse. I think it's the future.
I like to think
work.
she's naked right now, and all I'm seeing is this like AR clothing on a model.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I like what I like here. Oh, that's like a bubbly.
Yeah, dude, and it comes to life. It's like it's active in the metaverse. So it may look like, you know, static, normal, you know, peasant clothing, but when you go through your, you know, billionaire focal lens into the metaverse to see what the peasants cannot see, these clothes are actually alive and interactive. Clothes that don't exist are worth big money in the metaverse. NFTs are bringing authenticity and exclusivity to the world of digital fashion. Oh, Fat Baby, I love you. Thank you so much.
Fat Baby.
Thank you for the super chat. I'll take a puff in your honor. Hold on, let me minimize this for 1 second.
Do it, bro. Minimize.
Here we go.
Be respectful.
All of our Fat Baby art is sold out. I do have another drop coming out in a couple days, and I do have to send Fat Baby payment for the last two that sold out. So congratulations to everybody who owns one of the last two Fat Babies. You're changing lives. Fat Baby, I love you, and I'm just so proud to be able to work with you. And just thank you so much for the art. Like, seriously, like seeing myself, you know, in your art once a week is just like amazing. Like, I'm about to cry. Like, I love it so much, bro. So just
see Ken is that little Fat Baby. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm not gonna cry. What's the trick? You got to look up, right?
No, is that?
I think it is. You just
I
look
must
up.
look down a lot, bro.
You just look up, and it like does something with the muscles on the tear duct. I think I'm.
I cry a lot. I need a trick.
So I wanted to show like some of these examples here, which was this one, a digital version of a Gucci bag sold on Roblox Corp's platform for $4,115, bro. That's more than the physical bag. Like, all right,
worth it, dude.
So what do you do now? Like, like, do you got to get your girl like the digital purse and the physical purse, and now you're dropping $8,000 on purses for one purse?
Oh, you know that's the plan.
It is the plan, and it's fucking genius, bro.
You know that the advertising and marketing people were like, wait a minute. We get to sell canned air to people and they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it. Let's try this. Like they're incredible.
They're selling the pictures that they put in the magazines of the purse as the. It's like, yeah, it's genius, bro. But this is
cool that they can do that.
This is the kind of shit that doesn't bother me because it's already for rich people that don't like appreciate money, who spend thousands of dollars on a single purse. So, like, by all means, go ahead and scam the rich with bullshit like this. Fake purse. But, I mean, I get it. The metaverse is more real than reality at this moment in time right now. We are seeing a transition of, like, where reality is and what is real. And, it started with, like, almost like, I think cyberbullying really set the precedent on, like, the cyber and reality being affected by one and the other, almost like a fourth dimension on the internet is our fourth dimension, and the avatars that we create on platforms like Twitter and Facebook, and we can see the way, like, especially with like the cyberbullying, how that can affect your real body in the real world away from your avatar in the fourth dimension that is the internet. So we're already used to these visceral experiences, very physical emotions tied to these things, and now we're getting better, visual experiences to tie those physical experiences to. I think we're only moving more and more into a world where that $4,000 purse will probably gain value faster than the physical, because the physical will get scuffed, the physical will get, ripped or damaged or natural wear and tear. Oxidation will just take care of it over a few years anyway. It'll just age away. But these NFTs are immortal. And I think that's, what a lot of these companies like Louis Vuitton are starting to realize is like, fuck, we sell a purse to one person and that's it. But now if we sold an NFT with the purse, every time that purse is bought and sold on the secondary market, we're going to be able to get a commission in perpetuative profits. So this is something that I think they're realizing is like not only the longevity of their product, but that longevity of profit coming from the redistributed sales. When you buy a Gucci off your friend in an alleyway or whatever from Facebook Market, Gucci isn't getting a cut. But you list that Louis Vuitton NFT on what, whatever Roblox Corp's platform, they're going to get a cut of that. And that's where I think they're going to see more of their profits come from, is this metaverse. The virtual profit machine will outweigh the physical one. And I'm willing to bet that we're going to see the physical items come down in value. We're going to see what Rolexes go for in the real world decrease in value exponentially due to the value increase of them in the metaverse. A Rolex in Decentraland will be worth millions, and a Rolex in reality will be worth dollars, because people will prefer the virtual item over the physical item. And these companies will start to sell them at more affordable prices in reality, I believe.
It would be cool to have like physical vaults for the physical item, where it would remain in that vault until you went there physically and presented the NFT at the vault. So it kind of be like real life staking. So like every time the NFT was purchased, they would kind of take one off the shelf, put it in the vault, and it would kind of correspond. But I know it's kind of weird, and it's probably because we smoked a lot. But what's interesting though is I think a lot of people underestimate how much these businesses have been freaking out over this. Like we're talking about like this potential bubble bursting, but all these industries have just discovered it at the same time. They're so excited about like the possibilities, and just not even like the old school problems like counterfeiting, but just like these interesting new things. Are you going to the bathroom right now? I'm calling you out, sir.
My door.
I'm kidding, everybody. He's not gonna poop on camera.
No, they can't see me anyway, dude. They had the article up, so you just blew my spot for no reason.
Okay. Well,
all right, I want to bring this up too before we get off this topic, though, is, I mean, how many people in the chat have spent, real money on fake clothing already that is centralized, not even decentralized swag like we're talking about now, but that centralized swag that they got on like Call of Duty skins and those dope ass Fortnite skins. They got like fucking Rick from Rick and Morty as a skin now in Fortnite. I almost downloaded Fortnite last night just to buy that skin just so I could have it, and then I realized, well, it's fucking centralized to Fortnite and I can't do so. Never mind. But then I think, wait, maybe they'll NFT it, and maybe I'll be able to use that skin in another game in the decade. Who knows what the possibilities are for these digital files that they could NFT and then put in the smart contracts. Anyway, we're already buying fake shit. That's super fake shit. Like Fortnite skins. And I mean, kids for Christmas are asking for V-Bucks. They already want virtual things. They want Roblox or whatever. They want Minecraft money. Kids prefer virtual toys over physical toys already. The problem is the centralization of the ownership. If you were to buy your kid a physical toy from like Toys R Us, which doesn't exist, I know. But if you were to go get a physical toy and give it to your kid, they grow up, they could resell that shit in 20 years. And maybe it's like a Pokemon card. But what if that Pokemon card was just in Fortnite, and 20 years later, that it's they still can't do any. You know what I mean? Like that value is gone. And I think even parents are realizing that they are investing in the toys that they buy their kids, not just trying to throw money, but they're looking at that resale value. Like there's I think it was on Shark Tank. There was a company Mark Cuban invested in, which I think went belly up and he lost a lot of money. But it was an idea in which parents would, let other kids borrow their toys. And it was like a toy swap kind of a thing, and buying and selling used toys because kids outgrow them very quickly. But now virtual toys, are things that kids prefer. And I think we're going to see, Decentraland and maybe even wax NFTs like Street Fighter and Bratz and the MLB thing. Kids are probably going to be asking for cryptocurrencies, that help them get these NFTs, just like they were asking for V-Bucks last Christmas. They might be asking for wax this Christmas.
That's cool. I think that a lot of these companies will have that opportunity to do airdrops and things that'll kind of win these kids over, kind of give them free toys, basically. Logistically, is not possible physically in the world today. But, if like Hasbro could drop like 1 million free toys to kids on Christmas who are underprivileged. Like you could actually do that with blockchain, with wax. The fact that it's like basically free to use.
The RTFKT sold $3.1 million worth of digital shoes in 7 minutes, Nathan.
Yeah, those are the CryptoPunk shoes, right?
Yeah, and I want a physical pair so bad. Like, I would rock that.
They look awesome. Yeah, they look cool, man.
They really do.
I don't even know what to call that. It's like some weird hippie checker pattern. Like, what is that?
It's sort of like a plaid, I think, maybe. Like a plaid kaleidoscope type of vibe.
Ooh, Kaleidoplasm.
Kaleidoscope?
Kaleidoscope. Nice. I like that.
Here's some more swag here. So this Meta jacket, Phase Banks for Phase Banks. Dude, that's beautiful right there. And there's a digital dress, shimmering blockchain dress for 9.5 thousand, so 9,500 in 2019. Here we go. This is the image I wanted to kind of get to. So owners can interact with an NFT outfit like this pink butterfly dress.
Yeah.
So if you see, she's wearing this, white dress. That's what all the peasants see. Mm-hmm. But if you're wearing your billionaire goggles and you can see the metaverse filters, like, super world type shit, you'll see her dress is not just this plain white dress, but it is this interactive, living, moving piece of art on top of her. So the metaverse coming to fashion, I think this is what, to me, is going to be the next kind of like fad. This is so TikTokable. I can see TikTok just having a field day with this virtual fashion or filters, with Snapchat and things like that. These influencers on those platforms live and breathe with this like, filtered world of content already. This is just going to be so much more fun.
Yeah. I think it's one of these things that people think is silly now, but in like 20 years, but can you believe that we laughed at this? A lot of people laughed at like email and things, so we can't forget that.
Yeah, but people also laughed at mullets, and they turned out to deserve it.
So it's not a cool look. I should stop trying to grow this mullet.
I'm just trying to help.
You accidentally insulted. I'm just kidding.
Accidentally insulted. Wow. Ouch. So there's that article. I just wanted to bring up that, the fashion world's getting involved in this in a whole new way. And yeah, I mean, buying digital goods is nothing new. Kids already prefer it. Adults are getting into it, with these NFTs as investors, but kids are getting in as collectors or just, kids that just want to play with their digital toys like Fortnite skins. As they mature.
Too,
okay.
Like, what's the market going to look like in terms of scarcity and value in 10 years when a lot of these children and adults have like lost the keys to their wallets these valuables are in? So like, I think that's another thing.
That's a whole new level of support groups that are going to need to exist, Nathan.
Yeah, I know. And the value of an NFT is going to rise dramatically over the next 20 years because the collectors are going to value these items as they become more and more scarce. Like, what about when a number one in a collection is lost, right? Like, No, we'll have to decide is like the next available one that's not dead, essentially. Is that the most valuable? Is that now like considered the number one to this collection? So I think interesting rules are gonna be kind of developed over time. And the value is definitely gonna go up on a lot of these things. But there's just so many angles.
Well, 90% of them will go to zero in 3 to 5 years.
Well, this is why scientists are like, oh my God, NFTs. And people in the media are like, this is done. It's a fad. They don't get it. They said that about the .com stuff. They're like, oh, all these websites. And
they missed the 10,000 X's. That's why it's done, right? That's why it's dead. That's why it's over. It's because they weren't early adopters. And now it's just generically adopted. That's why they're saying it's dead. No, what's dead is, yeah, you're right. That train took off, it left the station, and everyone that was on it, and you weren't there. But that doesn't mean that it's not going forward. It's just so far out of their reach now, they just have to pretend it's dead to them. And they project that onto the world, man. And a lot of industries will do this, not just media, but industries will pretend that this is dead tech until they have no choice. Banks will probably be one of the last ones to really, accept the fact that this is what it is. And companies like Celsius Network are going to take over what Wells Fargo thinks they have a monopoly on.
Yeah. Unless the government comes in and says it's not.
Even if the government comes in, even if they do,
what are we going to do at this point?
Exactly. There's so many millionaires and billionaires and celebrities involved that it's not just the neckbeards in their mom's basements that would be protesting for the advocacy of Bitcoin legality. It would be the mainstream now. We have the Michael Saylors of the world that are on our side. Elon Musk has bipolar Bitcoin hands, but today I think he's on our side. So, he might fight with us. So I think that, they have no choice already as the government goes. They can't go against the companies that already control the government. Like, the government doesn't run the world. Most of the companies, these billionaires that are promoting Bitcoin now do. So the banks are the ones that are in trouble. The banks have always been competing with the companies over who runs the government.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these Bitcoin holders are starting to be the ones that own the property that a lot of these banks are on.
Companies are going to become their own banks, and that's it. I'll bank with Tesla. That's what people say soon. Like, and that's what I think the banks aren't ready for.
Yeah, I wonder if things like the Ethereum Foundation will essentially be giant banks.
Yeah, banks are used to buying people out. They're about to start getting bought out themselves, bro. We're not bailing them out again. Other companies are just going to come in and start buying banks.
That's a good point. If that kind of thing happens again, kind of that financial meltdown and collapse happened again with this stuff going on with DeFi in the picture, there would be no turning back. People would be like, we will never trust again. We're done. We're going to put this in the hands of protocols instead of people.
Yep, you can't enforce laws. You can only try to enforce the repercussions for going against them, but you cannot break protocol. Therefore, there's no need for repercussions. You don't need, virtual prison because you can't break protocol.
Yeah, man.
All right, I want to wrap things up. Yeah, we've been here for a long time now. I wanted to post one last link in the chat. There's a game coming out. I just saw it this morning, so I didn't get a chance to really dig into it. But from what I've seen, it looks badass. It's on Wax. And yeah, it has a lot of gamification to the NFTs, as well as it's a game in its own right. So,
now, is there anything about this that you see that's kind of not bad, but are there any things about this that you don't like? Because I've noticed one or two.
Yeah, so I see that they say the ECOS, the game, the Ethereal Clash of Souls here, has been in development since 2017 with a planned release date of 2021. Holy hell, bro. If they don't come out with a high quality functioning game by the end of this year, that is the longest rug pull in the history of rug pullery.
That'd be something.
That's a long rug. That's like a red carpet rug.
Yeah, that's a big rug. I'm curious. I mean, it's only like a day now, so we'll see what happens. That dog is adorable. I shouldn't be acknowledging.
They can't even see him.
Bro. I know, but I can't help it. It's just wearing a shirt.
All they can see is what's on screen right now.
Wearing a t-shirt, bro.
That's the collection. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
All right, hold on. Let me get Trunks on now that you brought him up. Trunks, come here, Trunks.
We've been on. We have to acknowledge Trunks. It's amazing.
Come here, Trunks. Come on.
Come here.
So that's Trunks. Yeah. Where you at, buddy? Over here.
Where you at?
Over here.
You came to the wrong side.
Look at his shirt.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so awesome.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. But
say hi, Annalise.
Hi.
All right, I'm gonna get going. I got Miami things to do.
Miami's calling, bro.
Yeah, I can hear all the beeps and horns now.
It's cussing and beeping and celebrating all over the place.
All right, I love you all. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, have a day.
Don't forget that. I love you. Bye.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.